my name's Tammy. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to cook a Parmesan sage pork chop with some sauteed red Swiss chard and cheesy polenta. And you know what? I don't normally cook greens that much, but since we did the collard greens a couple weeks ago, I'm all about that. And I mean, I could do a show and show you how to cook corn on the cob, but pretty much everybody knows how to do that. So I figured why not experiment for you guys too. Of course, as usual, let's get my outfit. My shoes, very cute, comfortable. $3 at ARC. This week I actually went to ARC. I hadn't been there in a while, so I went and visited. $3 for the shoes, $1.99 for the skirt, 99 cents for the top. So very spring, summer, comfortable. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get our polenta cooking. All three of these cook on the stove top, and polenta takes the longest at about 20 minutes. So we've got water boiling. We added our salt, and then we are going to slowly pour in just some yellow cornmeal. You can pick up polenta too, but yellow cornmeal is really inexpensive. Keep whisking that. We're going to get that totally whisked in. You want to get most of those lumps out. And then you want to turn down your heat to low. And then we're just going to let that cook on low. We'll stir it frequently, but we don't have to be totally stirring that. And then we'll get our Swiss chard started. These are boneless pork chops that I picked up, and you can use any pork chop that you want. I actually picked up some really thick ones when they were on sale, and I just cut them in half, and I got like a really great quality. I mean, they were like thick pork chops, but they were they weren't too thick, but they were thicker than what I wanted. So I was like, well, why not do that? And I actually saved way even more money. So anyway, first thing you want to do, and you want to work with these chops one at a time, is dredge it in some flour. Shake off the excess. We have an egg white mixture here with mustard. Coat that, let that completely drip. And then this is a breadcrumb and Parmesan with fresh sage and salt and pepper. And I need to wipe my hands. I heated some oil in this heavy skillet. We have our pork chops coated with the flour, egg white mustard, Parmesan cheese, breadcrumbs, fresh sage that I got from my garden. Did I mention I have a garden? But again, I figured out the prices for fresh sage, bought at the grocery store. And we're going to let that cook for about 3 minutes on each side. We need to get our red Swiss chard going. Got some olive oil heating up here. Swiss chard, red Swiss chard, Swiss chard, both of them are so pretty, but I just like the red on this. We have some oil heated up. We're going to add some garlic, some crushed red pepper flakes. And again, all three of these can be cooked on the stove top within minutes of each other. And we're going to add our red Swiss chard. There's no difference, just a difference in color. We will stir that. We're going to pop that on and let that cook for a couple minutes. Our cornmeal has thickened up, so we are going to remove that from the oven. We're going to add Parmesan cheese, butter, some milk, salt and pepper. And this polenta, it's going to be creamy, but the cool thing about polenta is you can cook it just like this and then pour it into whatever shape pan you want, fridge it until it becomes firm, and then you can like fry it up in a saute pan, and it's like so good. And you can make all these kind of different cool designs, circles, squares, rectangles. Okay, I'm going to add in a little bit of parsley from my garden. And we're going to let that sit. And by the sound of things, it's time to turn our pork chops. So let's get these turned. Oh, those look good. Okay, smell good too. We're going to check our Swiss chard. And you can tell that it's kind of dry, so you want to have just a little bit of water sitting next. And you could add in a tablespoon or two. And then you want to flip this over. And this will all be ready in just a matter of minutes. This is almost ready to be plated, but I don't know. Can we get a picture of my kitchen? We actually did a all-day video today, so this is our third cooking video on one day, and this is what my kitchen looks like typically when we shoot a video. So anyway, I'll have some good lunch and then clean everything up. And I'm going to give this just a little bit of a taste. Give it a stir. It looks great. Again, if you've never sauteed this, it's fabulous that way too. Needs a little bit more salt. I don't think that I actually added enough salt in the beginning. A little bit more pepper. I think everything else is ready. We're going to add just a teaspoon of butter. Again, some kosher salt, pepper. And this is going to have a little bit of a bitter flavor to it in a really good way. It's going to complement the polenta and the pork chop. This smells good. All of this came in for everything $9.67 for a family of 4. Let's get this plated. That pork chop. A little bit of Swiss chard, the red. And then add some fresh sage. $9.67. Let's cut into this. I already tasted the chard and the polenta, and I know that that's really good. Okay, hang on. I gotta try everything together. That was good. The Swiss chard and the polenta is so good. And I will tell you that Swiss chard has a bit of a kick to it. My mouth is pretty much on fire right this second, but like in a really, really good way. This is excellent. I give it like 10 thumbs up. Anyway, outfit, good meal. I'm glad you joined us today, and I will see you next week. Thanks.